The recent Prashant Bhushan contempt controversy has put the contempt law back into the mainstream. In this video, we will understand the contempt of court law in detail and what led the Supreme Court of India to deliver this judgment. The contempt of court law in concept seeks to protect the judiciary from attacks on it that tend to undermine its authority or prevent it from discharging justice. The Indian judicial system derives its power in cases of contempt from the Contempt of Courts Act 1971. Articles 129 and 215 of these laws give enormous powers to the courts, which are meant to be exercised only to uphold the dignity of the judiciary. These powers are necessary to maintain people's belief in the judiciary in order to deliver justice without fear and favor. The following actions can be considered as contempt of court. If attempts are made to derogate the authority of the courts to undermine people's confidence in them, to prejudice the court's decision by one party against another, to rouse public sentiment against a pending case, thereby influencing the judgment, to influence or affect the minds of judges through fear and favor, to scandalize the court by attributing unwarranted or unsubstantiated dishonesty to the judges or the court itself, willful non-compliance of a court order. The offense committed by Bhushan was of tweeting these. After this, a petition was filed in the Supreme Court by Advocate Mahek Maheshwari urging the Supreme Court to initiate contempt proceedings against Bhushan and Twitter India. As in the tweets made by Mr. Bhushan, he used scandalous speech against the apex court and the entire judicial system. But the petition did not obtain the consent of Attorney General of India. Section 15 Clause 1C of the Contempt Courts Act 1971 states that the consent of Attorney General or Advocate General in writing is required if criminal contempt is initiated on the basis of petition filed by an individual. The bench, however, observed that the court had taken suo motu cognizance on the basis of the information provided by the petition, and for taking up suo motu cognizance of a contempt, the court does not require the prior consent of the Attorney or Advocate General. The court also mentioned that it derives such power from Article 129 of the Indian Constitution. Mr. Bhushan clarified that as far as the first tweet is concerned, he made the tweet to highlight his anguish regarding the non-physical functioning of the Supreme Court, due to which the problems of many were not taken up for redressal. Mr. Bhushan said that his second tweet expressed his bona fide opinion regarding the state affairs in the country in past 6 years and the implicit role of the Supreme Court, in particular of the last 4 Chief Justices of India. He contended that it was his opinion that the Supreme Court has played a substantial role in allowing the destruction of democracy. He specified that however disagreeable his opinion might be for some, he still has the right of freely and fairly discuss the state of affairs of this institution. He further contended that the CJI is not the Supreme Court, nor the Supreme Court is the CJI, and if they are equated, that would undermine the authority of the court. On the issue of taking the consent of Attorney General for contempt proceeding, the bench observed, Supreme Court being a court of record is not bound by the provisions of Contempt of Courts Act. The only requirement is that the procedure followed is just and fair and in accordance with the principles of natural justice. To Mr. Bhushan's contention that a judge's criticism or vilification cannot be considered as the vilification of the court, as they are not equal, the court said, if the attack on the judge functioning as a judge substantially affects the administration of justice, it becomes a public mischief punishable for contempt. It doesn't matter whether such an attack is based on what a judge is alleged to have done in the exercise of his administrative responsibilities. The court, while concluding the judgment, said Mr. Bhushan's filed allegation against the Chief Justice of India in his first tweet were undoubtedly false, malicious and scandalous. The tweet has the tendency of shaking the public's confidence in the institution of judiciary. On second tweet, the court said there cannot be any doubt that his tweet was directed against the Supreme Court, tending to give an impression that the court had particular role in the destruction of democracy in past 6 years. And there cannot be any doubt in the fact that his tweet tended to shake people's confidence in the institution of judiciary and moreover in the central pillar of the democracy. Therefore, holding Mr. Bhushan guilty of criminal contempt, the Supreme Court bench sentenced him to pay a fine of Rs 1 till September 15, and in case Mr. Bhushan defaults, he would have to undergo an imprisonment of 3 months and will be debarred from practice in the Supreme Court for 3 years.